Well, it was also even the time before before Pride.
Yeah,
right?
it was Europe part, with Glory and stuff like that.
Rings Japan. Yeah. So there was a little bit Japan in there, but also Talk to Handle,
Showtime. I remember,
So it's been a crazy ride, I can tell you, a crazy adventure. But I don't know.
Which part do you like the most?
Well, I mean, every part has its charms, right? Yeah. In the beginning, I was not established. Everything was fresh, new. Then Pride was already the big shows. I have very good memories from that time, the Japan time, right? The Overeem time, bulked up time was also great, right? The title time. And then UFC, 2011, 2012, right? Brock Lesnar, Mark Hunt again, Verdum, all these big names, JDS, Junior Dos Santos. So we had, every time has its ups and its downs. In general, I take really good care of myself, so we can just keep going, right? A lot of injury prevention and yeah, it's been a crazy adventure, like I said. But I don't know, I've been born for it, I think, because like the regular office job, I cannot do that. I realize this very early. I can't. So I guess I was built for this, and I put my heart and soul in it.
Here in Croatia, people just love old Pride days. I don't know why, maybe because of Mirko Krokap, of course, but people love Pride. Do you miss it? Do you miss the chemistry of Pride? It had something special, you know, all the production, Crazy Lady, and everything. It was crazy time, right? It
was awesome, and you know, Japan has a certain mystique to it, and I think Pride was also that. It had a certain mystique to it. You didn't fully understand. It was different, but it was cool. And from the opening to the, but you know, Pride was also unsustainable because it's no longer here anymore. And I think that the gentlemen in the UFC have done a tremendous job in getting the talent from Pride, putting it in the UFC and growing the UFC, because the UFC now is really well established and maybe 1,000 times bigger than Pride, because Pride was beautiful, but it was still small, right? It was still local, basically, and UFC is now all in the world, and it will continue to grow because you have China coming in with all their people, you have India coming, you got the first, I think, 2 African champions, so that's like a huge market. So that will continue to grow, and I think UFC is really the way forward.
Are you surprised that K1 never, you know, stuck around, actually? It was really, really big. 70,000 to 80,000 people were there in Saitama Super Arena. Matches between you and Badr Hari, Sami Shield, Mirko Krokap, whatever. This was at the time the biggest show in the world. What happened? What do you think happened? Why kickboxing cannot get to the stage that was before?
Well, I think you must understand why it became that big in the first place. Kickboxing became big because it was K1 and Pride versus each other. And basically it was Fuji TV versus TBS.
Okay. I didn't know that.
The television channels were competing with, I think Fuji had K1 and TBS had Pride. And they were throwing the millions in the promotion and in the big arenas and in this and that, because the owner of TBS and the owner of Fuji, 2 old gentlemen, I'm going to beat you at this, we're going to beat you at that. So they were having the war. And that came through Pride and K1. And eventually, so if you have, because Japan is a big market, 120 million people, if you have, I mean, 20%, it was going 20%, 30%, 40% ratings, it was huge. And it was a hype back then. A hype in the sense of, let's see who is the best fighter in the world. Now it's a different time. We already know that who is the best fighter, right? Now it has to become a sport. It has to become more mainstream. And I think in K1 they failed to do it. They failed to make the jump. So we can be very thankful to the UFC that they are clever business-minded people that are actually doing it, because otherwise MMA would also kind of, it would already be gone, because Pride is gone and Dream is, right, you have Ryzen now. Ryzen, So,
But I'm sad actually that, you know, K1 is not around, because Glory is okay, but it never got to the heights of K1. I don't know why.
I think I think in America, people have the ability to think business-minded worldwide, to create a worldwide brand. And I think in Japan, they don't have that ability. Okay. And in Japan, they don't sell or cooperate with Americans to do it. So, and the UFC, UFC was already doing it, obviously. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see the origins of the sport, because the sport is young. There's some forms of arts which are very old, but UFC is young, right? 93 they founded, and now they're huge, fastest growing sport.